doesn't really need an introduction, but he's basically the greatest wrestler of all time. Coming out, so Caesar versus Jordan for the belt. Okay, but hey, listen up. Hey, listen up. But he's in town doing some content, and he asked me. I saw him at Super 32, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Austin, December 15th. I'd love to, stop by and see your kids, right?" It's something that he offered to do, and people at his level don't really do that, right? They always so it's pretty generous of Jordan to be here tonight, and we're really grateful to be in the midst of a legend. Okay, so let's work hard. Let's show him respect, and sure get some pictures at the end or something like that as well. You want to say anything?
Yeah, for sure. Hey guys, thanks for allowing me to be here tonight. So I have a wrestling club back in New Jersey where I live.
Let's
So we have a lot of little guys, very similar to what Jason is building here. And one of the things that makes this great, you guys don't realize or recognize the opportunity that you have in front of you. Like it's really special. Right? There's thousands of wrestling clubs all over the country with thousands of little wrestlers that are all dreaming of greatness, but a lot of them don't get an opportunity to see someone who's already been where they're trying to go. And one of the hardest things when I was growing up as a kid is I had coaches who were good men and good coaches, but they had never really done the things that they were asking me to do. And so sometimes that can be problematic, right? When someone's asking you to do things that they've never done themselves, or they're trying to take you to a place that they've never been, but you guys have the blessing of having someone who's done every single thing that you're trying to do. Right? At every level, he's been a champion. And so when he says something or he asks you to do something, it's believable because he's actually been there. He would never put you in a position to do something that he hasn't already been willing to do first. And that's what makes his leadership special. And so there are a lot of clubs that you could go to. Right? Everyone can teach you how to wrestle. Everyone can teach you technique, double legs, sweep singles, snap go behinds. There's very few people who've been brave enough, courageous enough, and skilled enough to go and do it at the highest level. And so that's what makes this room special. And so you got someone that you can believe in. But next level, right? Next level is no matter how great he is you guys are the ones who ultimately have to do the work. Right? And so Jason's been there. He's done it. He's already got it. Right? He's finished up his career. He's won everything that he's really tried to win. And now he's giving back to you guys. And so the goal for you is, man, I've got great leadership. I've got a great community. I've got tough training partners. I've got someone who's been where I'm trying to go. He's wrestled at the highest level. Now, my turn to put the energy and the effort necessary in order for me to achieve my own success and my own greatness. And that's going to take a ton of work. And it's going to take a lot of discipline and a ton of toughness. But here's the beauty of it, is if you do it right, and you do it long enough, you start to discover parts of you that you never even knew existed. Right? You can tell a lot about a person just by watching them wrestle. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to have a conversation with you. I don't have to ask your parents who you are. All I got to do is pull up your wrestling matches, and I can tell a lot about you. Not whether you win or whether you lose, but more so how you compete. Right? Are you brave? Are you courageous? Are you a risk taker? Are you working? Are you a hard worker? Right? Are you someone who's taking care of their body? Have you eaten well? Have you trained well? Have you cut your weight well? Do you listen to your coaches? When things get dicey and when you get uncomfortable, when you get a bad call from the referee, do you complain? Do you whine? Do you cry in the middle of your matches? Will you shake hands with your opposing coach, with your opponent after the match is over? Right? Are you willing to take constructive criticism? Are you willing to take instruction from your coaches? Are you focused on the outcome and on the victory and on the trophies and the belts, or are you focused on the craft and the performance? These are the things that you have to ask yourself, because if all I have to do is just watch you wrestle, it tells me a lot about you. What's your wrestling say about you? When you wrestle, what's it say about you? That's something you can control. Skills, that takes time. Right? Emotional maturity, discipline, strength, right? Physical gifts, like all those things take time, but the one thing that we can control right now, tonight, is our effort and our energy and our attitude. Those three things: effort, energy, attitude. You guys can flip a switch and make a decision tonight. I wanna be as good as I possibly can be. I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna focus, and I'm gonna give 100% effort every single time. And by the way, I'm gonna do it with a good attitude. Those are the people that coaches wanna coach. And so at my club, people tell me all the time, man, you got favorites here. And I'm like, you're right, I do have favorites. It's the guys that work the hardest and who show up the most. Those are the guys that I wanna coach. They're kind, they listen, they're disciplined, they're inquisitive, right? They ask questions, they're creative, but they're also curious. And when they ask me something, it's with the intent to learn and not the intent to try to teach me. They just wanna learn. They're trying to figure some things out. So it's the puzzle. It's the puzzle. The last piece I'll leave you guys with, and it's what we call at our wrestling club, we call it the arcade perspective. Right? So how many people have ever been to an arcade here? You've been to an arcade, raise your hand. Right? Dave & Buster's, right? You've been to an arcade, maybe in a hotel or movie theater. All right, so arcades are awesome because at the end of the day, the goal is to win as many what as possible. Right? Tickets. And then at the end, when you finish up, right, you use all the points on your card, you go and you try to cash in all your tickets to get a prize at the end, but the tickets are never as cool, or the prize is never as cool as all the tickets you won. Right? And so you win thousands of tickets and you go and cash them in at the end of the day, and what do you get? Like a whoopee cushion. That's it. And so you spend all day winning all these tickets, running from game to game, trying to be the best and outdo your friends, so all you could bring home was a whoopee cushion. Well, let me ask you this. If I took you to Dave & Buster's and I gave you a power card and I let you play all day long and you didn't win a single ticket or leave with a prize, would it still be a pretty good day?
Yeah.
It would be awesome, right? It'd be a lot of fun. I'd still want to go. But think about it from a wrestling perspective. If I took you to a tournament and you wrestled all day and you got beat every single time, and when they were handing out trophies at the end of the tournament, you weren't getting one, and you had to leave that tournament empty-handed, you probably wouldn't feel very good, would you? It wouldn't be as fun as that arcade. But imagine if we could reframe our perspective and we could shift our focus from wins and trophies to performance and fun playing the game, right? What if we just loved to play the game so much that we wanted to play it even if we knew we couldn't win? Even if we knew there was no prize that was going to be given to us at the very end, we just loved to play the game and we wanted to play as long and as much as we could. Kind of like you guys with an iPad, right? Or a cell phone, or Roblox, or Fortnite, or all of these games that you guys can't put down. Imagine if you loved wrestling as much as you love Roblox. Right? Imagine if you talked about wrestling as much as you said 6'7". Imagine how good we could become at the sport if we loved the game and not just the outcome and the victory. And so that's the last thing I'll leave you guys with is this is where it starts. This is where it begins. You work hard, listen to your coaches. You become great wrestlers and you become great men. That's it. You show up, you work hard, you listen to your coaches. I promise you, you guys will all become great wrestlers and great men and women for the young ladies here in the room as well. Do those three things, good things await you. And so, what time is it? You guys aren't done practice, are you?
6, 7.
Now we got 10, 15 minutes.
All right, good. All right, so here's what I'd like to do as you guys finish up and you get into your wrestling. One, I'd like to watch you guys wrestle a little bit, and then I'll kind of pop in and get an opportunity to wrestle with some of you guys. So if we're gonna do some live wrestling to finish up, or maybe some drilling.